Creativity is not a gift reserved for artists, musicians, or inventors. It is a universal skill, one that anyone can develop and apply to every area of life. In his groundbreaking work, Creative Thinking, Edward de Bono, physician, psychologist, and one of the world's leading authorities on creative problem-solving, challenges the belief that creativity is an inborn talent. Instead, he argues that it is a practical skill that can be learned, practiced, and mastered like any other. De Bono, best known as the originator of the concept of lateral thinking, spent decades studying how the human mind works and how people can train themselves to think differently. Creative thinking is a handbook for unlocking innovation, improving problem-solving, and finding fresh perspectives on challenges. The book emphasizes that traditional thinking often keeps us trapped in rigid patterns, while creative thinking enables us to generate new ideas, adapt to change, and achieve extraordinary results. This summary explores the central themes of de Bono's book, highlighting his strategies, techniques, and examples that demonstrate how creativity can be applied in personal life, education, and business. 1. Thinking as a skill, not a talent. De Bono's first insight is that thinking should be treated as a skill, not an inherited trait. Just as anyone can learn to play the piano or swim, anyone can learn to think more creatively with proper training. Practical example: a company that believes only naturally creative employees can innovate will limit its potential, but when it trains all employees in brainstorming techniques and lateral thinking exercises, ideas multiply, leading to unexpected breakthroughs. Creativity is therefore democratized. It is not about genius, but about method. 2. Lateral thinking versus vertical thinking. Traditional thinking, what de Bono calls vertical thinking, follows established patterns. It is logical, step-by-step, and based on past knowledge. While essential, vertical thinking can be limiting when problems require new solutions. By contrast, lateral thinking breaks out of established patterns and generates unexpected alternatives. It's about looking at problems from new angles. Practical example: a taxi company facing competition from ride-hailing apps could use vertical thinking, cut prices, advertise more. A lateral thinking approach might reimagine its service model, developing a subscription-based ride service or partnering with local businesses to offer bundled transport deals. 3. The role of perception in creativity. According to de Bono, perception shapes thinking. Most people react to problems based on existing perceptions, which often blinds them to alternatives. By shifting perception, new possibilities emerge. Practical example: instead of perceiving traffic congestion as a problem of too many cars, a city planner might reframe it as a problem of insufficient alternatives. This shift in perception could lead to investments in cycling infrastructure or remote work policies rather than just building more roads. 4. Techniques for generating ideas. De Bono introduces a variety of techniques designed to spark creativity. Random input: introducing a random word or image into a discussion to trigger unexpected connections. Challenge: questioning assumptions by asking, "Why do we do it this way?" Concept extraction: moving from specific details to broader concepts to inspire innovation. Provocation, making deliberately provocative statements to break out of rigid thinking. Practical example: in a brainstorming session on improving office productivity, someone introduces the random word jungle. This sparks the idea of creating flexible work zones, quiet areas, collaboration spaces, creative lounges, transforming the office into a diverse ecosystem. 5. Breaking patterns. The human brain is a pattern recognition machine. While this makes thinking efficient, it also traps us in repetitive solutions. De Bono emphasizes the importance of breaking patterns to unlock creativity. Practical example: a teacher noticing students disengaged in lectures might break the traditional pattern of classroom teaching by flipping the classroom, having students watch lessons at home and work on interactive projects in class. By deliberately disrupting patterns, we create openings for innovation. 6. Overcoming mental blocks. Fear of failure, excessive criticism, and rigid rules often suppress creative thinking. De Bono stresses the need for a safe environment where ideas can be explored without immediate judgment. Practical example: in brainstorming sessions, companies that implement the no criticism rule, all ideas welcomed without evaluation, generate more original ideas than those that critique every suggestion immediately. Creativity flourishes in supportive, experimental environments. 7. Creativity in business and innovation. De Bono demonstrates how creative thinking drives business success. Companies that survive and thrive are those that embrace change and continually innovate. Practical example: Apple redefined the music industry not by improving CDs, but by imagining an entirely new way to store and access music, the iPod and iTunes ecosystem. This was a lateral leap that reshaped consumer behavior. Innovation comes from rethinking problems, not from refining old solutions. 8. Creativity in education. De Bono advocates teaching creative thinking as a core subject in schools. He argues that while students learn mathematics, science, and history, they rarely learn how to think differently. By teaching creativity, education can prepare young minds for a rapidly changing future. Practical example: a school introducing creativity lessons might challenge students to design new games, rethink classroom layouts, or propose alternative uses for everyday objects. These exercises strengthen flexible thinking and problem-solving skills. 9. Creativity in personal life. Beyond business and education, creative thinking enriches personal life. It helps individuals solve daily problems, improve relationships, and find joy in new experiences. Practical example: a family struggling with hectic morning routines could creatively redesign their process, preparing clothes and lunches the night before, or turning routines into fun games for children. The result is less stress and more cooperation. Creativity enhances not only productivity but also quality of life. 10. The discipline of creative thinking. While creativity is often associated with spontaneity, De Bono insists it requires discipline and practice. Regularly using creative techniques, setting aside time for brainstorming, and actively challenging assumptions cultivate the creative habit. Practical example: a writer who dedicates 20 minutes daily to free writing, jotting down ideas without judgment, will produce more original concepts over time than someone waiting for inspiration. Creativity becomes a habit when practiced consistently. Conclusion: the transformative power of creative thinking. Edward de Bono's creative thinking delivers a powerful message. Creativity is not a luxury, but a necessity in a fast-changing world. By learning to think laterally, break patterns, and challenge assumptions, we unlock new opportunities for innovation and growth. De Bono shows that creativity is not limited to artists or inventors. It belongs in boardrooms, classrooms, and living rooms. Whether you are solving a business challenge, teaching students, or seeking personal fulfillment, creative thinking equips you with tools to reimagine possibilities. The ultimate lesson of the book is empowering. Creativity is not about waiting for inspiration, but about actively training the mind to generate new ideas. With practice, anyone can become more creative, more adaptable, and more successful. In a world where change is constant and challenges are complex, creative thinking provides the mindset and methods we need to thrive.
Be part of our journey. If you find our content valuable and inspiring, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell to stay updated with our latest videos. Your support motivates us to keep going and bring you the best content, so don't forget to leave a like and share the video with those who might benefit.